She didn't say a word. She didn't need to. When Princess Charlotte stepped out onto the balcony during Trooping the Color 2025, she was calm, poised, and quiet, like always. But one detail spoke louder than any royal announcement. Pinned to her chest was a small, diamond horseshoe brooch. It caught the sunlight for just a second, but that was all it took for people to notice. This wasn't just jewelry. It was memory. It was legacy. It was Queen Elizabeth II. At just 10 years old, Charlotte is already learning the language of monarchy, not through speeches, but through symbols. And on that day, the message was crystal clear: her great-grandmother may be gone, but she's never far. Observers online were quick to point it out. The brooch was the same one Charlotte wore to Queen Elizabeth's funeral back in September 2022. A quiet moment, then, but heavy. A rare glimpse of real emotion behind the formalities of royal ceremony. Queen Elizabeth II and Princess Charlotte shared more than blood. They shared a love for horses. Both were devoted equestrians. The Queen, famously obsessed with her stables and riding until her late 90s. Charlotte, often photographed on horseback during family holidays, has followed in those hoofprints since early childhood. According to royal insiders, the Queen gave the brooch to Charlotte before her passing. A private gesture. A symbolic one. And one that has now been publicly acknowledged. Trooping the Color is no ordinary event. Held annually to mark the official birthday of the British monarch, it's pageantry at its most intense. Military precision. Massive crowds. Global cameras. And yet, on that saturated balcony, it was a 10-year-old girl in a turquoise dress who captured the most attention. Why? Because she understood the moment. And she dressed for it, not in extravagance, but in quiet significance. Her outfit was deliberate. Turquoise dress. White trim. White Mary Jane shoes. And that brooch. Just like in 2022. A callback not just to the Queen's funeral, but to everything she stood for: to grace under pressure, stillness in motion, and tradition above all. Kate Middleton, her mother, matched in an aquamarine coat by Catherine Walker, a designer often favored by Princess Diana. The message wasn't loud. It was layered. In the royal family, jewelry is never just jewelry. Necklaces mean alliances. Earrings remember ancestors. Brooches mark transitions, births, deaths, abdications. Queen Elizabeth used fashion as code for 70 years. Charlotte may be doing the same, at 10. But this was also a moment of contrast. Charlotte's generation is growing up in a monarchy under constant pressure. Social media doesn't forget. Public opinion is sharper than ever. Her uncle, Prince Harry, stepped away from it all. Her grandfather, Charles, leads amid criticism and change. And yet here stands Charlotte, on the same balcony, with the same brooch, reminding the world that some legacies still hold. Royal watchers weren't surprised by Charlotte's gesture. But they were impressed. Because gestures like this don't happen by accident. In the House of Windsor, everything is intentional. Especially now. Especially when the world is watching, not with admiration, but with a finger on the pause button, ready to dissect every frame. Charlotte didn't need a statement. Her clothes, her jewelry, her posture, they did all the talking. And the message was simple: tradition still matters. This was not Charlotte's first public moment, but it was her most symbolic one yet. She's walked beside her brothers at royal funerals. She's waved from balconies, held hands at coronations, and curtsied in front of the cameras. But this time, she brought something with her. Something from the Queen. It wasn't flashy. It wasn't styled for headlines. It was personal. Intimate. Historical. A pin. A memory. A signal. Many noted the elegance of it all, but some saw something deeper. A passing of roles. A generational transition. Where once Queen Elizabeth stood firm in the storm of the 20th century, Princess Charlotte may someday steady the throne in the storms of the 21st. That may be decades away. But symbols are always early. Meanwhile, Queen Elizabeth's legacy continues to haunt and shape the family she left behind. Charles, her son, now wears the crown, with tradition in one hand and reform in the other. William and Kate carry the image of stability, projecting a monarchy that can survive modern scrutiny. But the real test? It may lie in Charlotte's hands. Because her generation will be the first to inherit a monarchy fully transformed by media, controversy, and the global spotlight. There's no hiding anymore. Only framing. And what she wore that day was a frame. The horseshoe brooch wasn't just about Queen Elizabeth's love of riding. It was about balance, strength, memory. A monarch's favorite symbol, reappearing not on a reigning queen, but on a child. Quiet, steady. A reminder of what was, and what may be again. In that moment, the past reached forward. And the future nodded back. The image has since gone viral. Millions have paused on that frame. Cropped it. Shared it. Called it beautiful. Called it powerful. Because in the age of noise, subtlety stands out. Especially when it comes from a 10-year-old. Especially when she wears it with that kind of grace. Royal symbolism is not dead. It's just quieter now. No declarations. No waving scrolls. Just a girl in a turquoise dress, wearing a pin that says more than any speech ever could. And maybe, just maybe, that's exactly how Queen Elizabeth would have wanted it. What did you see in Charlotte's brooch? Was it elegance, loyalty, or a quiet revolution in royal communication? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to Scandal Watch TV, where royal fashion isn't just fabric, it's a message. Because in families like these, nothing is accidental. And everything means something.